that shit is not far. I knew it was gonna be far. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You're. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where we gonna start is the question. Where we gonna start is the question. You're. What's going on, fam? I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to pray that the chat pulls up and doesn't give me a hard time today. This is very impromptu, but my option was it's a very special. I didn't even turn the radio off. That's how you know this was impromptu. So I just got home a few minutes ago, stuffed my face, and I thought to myself, either I lay down and take a nap at 5 p.m. in the evening on a Saturday, or I tap in with my besties, right? Be a little bit productive and not play myself. So this is me being responsible adult. And I literally just was like, fuck it, let me set the live stream. Right? I think I got the chat going. So I don't want to talk too much without the cards. I do want to say though, big, huge shout out to all my aquas. I got a lot of OGs that are part of the Aqua fam. So, really quick, just off the top of my head, like big, huge birthday shout out to my girl Nadine, my girl Noelle, my girl Chauncey, my girl Star. I'm like, who else I'm forgetting? My girl Soraya. And I think Corinne too is also part of the Aquarius gang. So I know I got a lot of OGs that are Aquariuses. So at the top of my head, that was what I could bring to my brain. I also was very much feeling the Venetian vibes today. So we're going to tap in. We're going to be using the Venetian. I also got the miniature one. I brought it out just in case. And I don't really know how that's going to go, but we here, right? I hope everyone had a good weekend so far. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day yesterday. I know we were supposed to go live last night, Izzy and I. See, what happened was your girl got home at almost 3 o'clock in the morning. So we not too much on me, right? Like the way the kids say. So that's another reason too. I was like, let me just go live because I was supposed to go live last night. And that it didn't quite work out that way. Also, happy National Side Bitch Day today. Ain't no judgment here, you heard? If you got them flowers and them chocolates today, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, Bookie. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. Hi, Deb. Headphones are in. There you go. By any means, you heard? By any means. Hi, Nita. Hi, Nadine. Hi, honey. Thank you. Same to you. I didn't even know you was in the chat, girl. I didn't even know. All right. Let's tap in real quick. I got the microphone on, so I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. tapping in with the Venetian, I'm a little bit like, don't know what to expect, but here we go. Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords. This is somebody, man or woman, male or female. This is somebody who's holding back from expressing their emotion or holding back from admitting their emotion. Somebody who's in denial. Somebody who's in denial about something that they're feeling or something that's going on, like internally. Definitely feels that way. Somebody could be hurting. Somebody could be hurting and they are, or not could be, somebody is hurting. And it's almost like someone is showing me a cat and mouse. Someone's playing like a cat and mouse game with other people, but it's because it's coming from a place of hurt. Somebody's feeling hurt. So if this is romantic, which not for nothing, that's kind of how I'm feeling this, is like someone's no longer with the person they want to be with. And so they're kind of like playing games, ping ponging, because they're showing me a ping pong table. They're literally playing games with like other people. But I do want to say, because when I said the Queen of Cups, I said it could be a man or a woman in this position, and that's very much the truth. However, the Queen of Cups is a woman. In the Two of Swords, the main image or the main person in the image is a female as well. So this could actually be a woman. Um, Somebody could be confused, not sure. Somebody could be stuck between two lovers. If you look closely at the card, somebody feels mm, it's kind of fucked up. Somebody feels somebody feels like they have an option that's more suitable for them because it's the safer option, the better option. This is someone who's feeling like my emotions are not invested here, but I know I wouldn't need for nothing here. I know I wouldn't have to struggle here. Like I know this person is a decent human being, and so I won't have to go through a quarter of the shit that I would go through with someone else. But I'm not invested emotionally. I'm not vested here. Again, not emotionally. On the other hand, the same person has the option between someone that can provide safety, um, and then someone that's more reckless, someone that is probably even a player, somebody that is not the safe bet. But it's interesting because it's almost like this Queen of Cups is like, because this would seem like a no-brainer to the average person, but this Queen of Cups in particular that I'm tapping into, this energy is like, but this is the fun option. Like this low key, the bad option is the option that I am gravitating more toward. You guys ever heard that song by Mary J. Blige, Me and Mr. Wrong? And she says, "Me and Mr. Wrong get along so good, even though he breaks my heart so bad." That's what this is giving. Because if you look closely at the card, one of the guys has a regular like golden mask, and then the other guy has like a red, almost devilish looking mask. So it's very much giving Me and Mr. Wrong. Especially because, like I said, even though I originally said it could be a man or a woman in this position, which that's still the truth, I don't want to negate or overlook the fact that the queen is in this depicted in this image, and then there's a woman in between two male figures, specifically in this Two of Swords. It's interesting, right? I just was like making jokes, which low key, high key, not really making jokes about how today is National Side Bitch Day. I'm like, if you got flowers and chocolates today, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, right? Um, and I just said, like, I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day, which was yesterday. And the first message out is a love message, or because I'm like, a love. I got something in my eye, but I'm like, a love message, really? That's what we call in love nowadays. Heard you. Copy, copy, copy. The thing here, though, is that whoever this feminine is, because so even if maybe that's why it's a woman, because it's feminine energy. So I could, even if I'm talking to a man, I'm talking to earth energy, I'm talking to water energy. So I could be talking to a man who is a Pisces, or a man who is Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo. That's feminine. Earth energy is feminine energy, water energy is a feminine energy. So maybe that's what it is too. Point is that whoever I'm speaking to, they know that they playing games, they playing with fire. They know that they doing that. Somebody could actually be playing with fire, like a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Point for this message is that somebody has the option. Why I didn't turn off this radio? On you. I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but we got Ashanti playing in the background. Hi, Miss Redmond. We just got on. Literally, like not like 10 minutes. 10 minutes maybe. Strength, Leo energy. As I just said, somebody who might be actually literally playing with fire. Leo energy on the table, and then 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, which is all fire. Somebody knew that they deserved better, and because even with the song that's playing in the background, the Foolish song, somebody knew, somebody knew that they deserved better. Somebody knew that a better option, a better suited option, was out there somewhere. I think that someone was playing games. Somebody might have played games with a Mr. Wrong. Somebody was like, and it's not like you were playing games with that person per se, but it's like, when I say playing games, I mean it like you were wasting time. You were with someone that you knew that it was Mr. Wrong. This person didn't fit. This person wasn't right. This energy with yours didn't really drive together. It's someone was holding back their emotions from a situation, even if there isn't an actual other person, like a physical other person, because this doesn't necessarily feel like a third party to me. So this is like someone who's trapped. I don't know if you feel obligated. Maybe you have children. Maybe you're married. You may have been together for a long time. Whatever the case. If the shoe fits, you wear it. But there's somebody here who has identified already, like, this ain't for me. This person ain't for me. The situation ain't the type of situation I want to be in. This isn't the type of relationship I want to be part of. This isn't the partner that I would ideally see myself with. This person isn't even someone that I would like as a friend, let alone a spouse. It's someone who's identified this is a Mr. Wrong, whether it's a man or a woman. It's like, she's not right for me or he's not right for me. Point is that someone was not expressing this, because that's why we have the Two of Swords. Somebody was holding that back, what they were already feeling or what they were genuinely feeling. Now, the fact that I got strength here with the 10 of Wands and the the Queen of Wands, I'm sorry, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Strength card. Again, Leo energy, as I was saying, somebody's like playing with fire here. Somebody was questioning their own potential. Somebody may not even know too fucking shade. But somebody may not even understand themselves, like why they stood in something as long as they did. Because someone's making me feel like it wasn't love. Like what? I don't really know what. Just like me, I don't know what the fuck is in my eye right now, but it hurts like a bitch. But somebody's like, I don't really know what had me holding on to that. I couldn't tell you why I was there as long as I was there. The point is that someone's dropping it. Someone's dropping it. Someone's gained the strength. Someone's gained the courage, strength, courage. The Queen of Wands and the strength both signify that. Also, the Ten of Wands too, because it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of determination to actually go through a Ten of Wands. I got the Empress. Wow. Hold on. I got the Empress and I got the King of Wands. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Somebody has identified that their partner or their person, even if this is like a situationship, somebody has identified that somebody that they have been entertaining, because they keep showing me the cat and the mouse. So somebody that you've wasted time with, that's what it feels like to me, right? It's like this whole time I've been suppressing my Queen of Cups. This whole time, my feelings, my emotions, like what I want, what I yearn for, like deep down, who I am, how I feel, I've been suppressing this because the Queen of Cups came out with the Two of Swords. Also, I feel like someone has brought out a Queen of Wands in someone else. The thing is that I feel like somebody, because if this is the same person, which it feels like that to me, this is like somebody who's like, yo, what's the way the girls say now? Like, I want to be in my soft girl era. So this is somebody who's yearning to be in that era. And for whatever reason, whether this is a romantic connection, a friendship, whether this is a familial thing, there's a situation that has you or that you're in, and it's calling for you to be in your Queen of Wands. Like, you have to be masculine in your energy. You have to come up with 50% of the bills. You feel me? Like, that's not being soft girl. They want a soft girl so bad, but then they expect you to go half after you just had a whole long day at work as well. You feel me? That's not soft girl. That's not. That's not what that's given. I gotta make my own bread and pay my own way and put 100% in, and also maintain the crib and maintain the kids and maintain the car and maintain my own shit, and also have my own life aside from you to give you your little bit of freedom. What I got you for? What we doing? Somebody's making me feel like this Queen of Wands energy. Somebody's either sick and tired of having to be, because it's not, the question isn't, can I be in the Queen of Wands? Can I provide for myself? That's not the question here. Somebody has already identified, somebody already understands, I can provide for myself. I can do things on my own. I can go out to eat by myself. I could go do laundry by myself. I could raise the kids by myself. I could cook the meals on my own. I could buy the meals for myself. Like, I could do all these things and sustain and be just fine on my own. Nine of Pentacles. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I've already done it. But if I'm in a partnership and I still got to do all these things as if I was not in a partnership, then why would I be in that partnership? You feel me? So somebody's crossing that bridge currently. Like, in their own mind, someone's like putting the pieces together, so to speak, which, more power to you, Bookie. More power to you. Touche, right? Touche. Because this feels like the same person. And again, with the Queen of Wands energy, it's like it's never been a question of, can I be in this energy? I'm with an Empress on the table. I already have this. I already possess this. I can already achieve these things. With the Empress, I'm already a Queen of Wands. I'm already a Queen of Swords. I'm already a Queen of Cups. I'm already the Queen of Pentacles. What are you providing? Who are you? Where do you fit in this equation? Because there's already the established, I'm the Empress. So what are you? Who are you? What's your energy like? Because for the Empress to come out with a King of Wands, somebody's like, oh, hell no. It's like you were playing with somebody in the dark. I don't know why, because somebody's saying that to me. Like, I don't know why I was in the dark for that long. Now, the dark could actually be just a metaphor for like you not seeing it. Again, Two of Swords, right? I don't know why I was in the dark. I don't know why I was walking around with this huge ass laundry basket of shit that ain't even mine. This ain't my laundry. Because that's the whole meaning of the Ten of Wands is that it's other people or someone else's issue. It's shit that may have been projected onto you. That's how it ended up on your side of the room. But this ain't your mess, which is what he's doing in the Ten of Wands. He's bringing the mess back to its rightful owner. You deal with it. You handle it. You figure that out. You cross that bridge. My side of the room is already immaculate. My side of the room is a whole ethereal fucking experience. Like, my laundry is done, my shit is folded, my rugs are vacuumed. Like, I'm straight, I'm chilling. The mess ain't mine. The baby mama drama, the ex drama, the confused heart drama, the not getting over daddy and mommy issues drama, like all that's not for me to deal with. I've already dealt with my own shit. I'm still dealing with my own shit, but like, I've already dealt with the majority of that. You expecting for me, again, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. You're expecting for me to, because I'm not, that's the thing, is like somebody has the accountability enough to understand, like, I'm not infallible. I have my own shit that I have to deal with. Cool. But if I'm dealing with my own shit, right? And I'm also sustaining, because you got to deal with your own mental health and you got to support yourself, right? And you got to feed yourself. And if you got kids, you got to feed them and you got to clothe them and you got to support them and you got to make sure they stay alive and don't put their fingers in no sockets. Like, if I got to do all of that, and then on top of that, you telling me I got to also do your laundry too, what I got you for? If you making my life more difficult, if you're bringing me more static than I already got, what are you doing for me? What is your reason? What is your value in my life? That may be a tough pill to swallow for somebody to, like, especially for somebody to hear that, because I'm not saying you have no value. Maybe for somebody else, you might be extremely valuable. Maybe the crumbs that you have to offer, that might be extremely valuable for somebody else who's looking for crumbs. Queen of Cups, I don't think she's looking for crumbs. Queen of Wands, most certainly not looking for crumbs. The Empress, I mean, you got to be joking. There's no way. There is no way. What I'm looking at is the same person at different levels or at different stages. So we first saw her as a Queen of Cups. And what we saw her doing, the introduction to the reading for us today, was that she was suppressing, hiding, or invalidating her own intuition, her own feelings, her own emotion. And then we talked a little bit about how it was like a Mr. Wrong, Mr. Right situation. Even if there is not an actual physical Mr. Right, there is definitely a situation, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whether it's a living situation, there's something that you've already identified don't fit. It's not right. It's not okay. Doesn't make sense. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. That's the Mr. Wrong, whether it's a person or what. The point is that somebody already identified that at this first base level right here. By the time we see the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands is like, hold on. It came out like this, but the Queen of Wands is like, hold on. So you was expecting that, again, I was going to do all of the things. I'm strong. I'm a tough bitch, right? I got this. I'm a big girl. But you was expecting me to be strong for me and for you. So why are you here? What is your purpose in my life? Because the worst thing, especially if this is romantic, if this is romantic, this is sad. Somebody really went out sad, because especially in a romantic connection where you're supposed to be a partnership with somebody, for anyone to put that weight, right? Ten of Wands, see the basket? For anyone to put that amount of weight on someone because they're the strong one, it's pathetic as fuck. Because again, then what is the point of the partnership? The partnership, right? The worst thing you could have done was remind me that actually I can do it on my own. That was the worst thing you could have done. The worst thing you could have done is remind me that I'm not going to die without you. Life don't stop when you bounce. That was the worst thing you could have done, because actually what happens is I start to really see things beyond the rose-colored glass. I start to realize, wait a minute, the grass might actually be greener over here. It might actually be greener over here. Why? Because I was busy playing in your grass, and that shit is dead. It's done. It's not being cared for. It's not being maintained. It's not being nourished. It's not being loved on. It's not being even acknowledged. It's just being stepped on all day, every day. So I was busy in your garden, struggling, fighting for my life in these streets. When the whole time I could have been in my own garden, because like you was expecting for me to maintain this, right? Strength, Queen of Wands. When I said somebody's playing with fire, even if you don't have fire in your chart, somebody was playing with the part of you that has this. Even if you don't know if you have fire anywhere in your chart, it's like the passion that's in you, the part of you that, when you get tired of your own shit and you start to move different, you start to do things different. Because listen, you could be tired and tired and tired. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of her shit. I'm tired of his shit. But not until you get tired of your own shit that you're going to actually start to haul ass and make moves. So when I said before, somebody was playing with fire, whether it was you playing with fire and then you realize, oh shit, the universe, God has me uncomfortable because I got to start moving different. Or it was somebody else playing with you until you got to the point where you was like, you know what? I'm going to do exactly what it is you've been begging me to do. I'm going to clean up your mess. I'm going to clean it up on my side. Bring that shit, send that shit right back to the owner, its rightful owner, and I'm going to keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, what I'm looking at is an empress with a king of wands. There's no way this would ever sustain. Period. In no way. The king here is immature. And I'm not even trying to be funny style. The king here, king of wands, especially compared to an empress, is very immature. Whether this is a female and this is a male doesn't even matter. The point is there's two separate people here. Somebody is very in tune with their emotions. Somebody understands how to communicate. The emotions, Queen of Cups, communicating, understanding, having depth, having common sense, right? Even though, we know it's not that common, right? But somebody has it, Queen of Swords. Somebody has not just the confidence, but also they really like that in real life. Like I really have it in me to build and rebuild again. I'm really like that. I can really do what you all are saying I can't do. And not only can I do it, I'm going to do it 3 times over. I'm really like that in real life. Somebody has the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands already. And the Queen of Pentacles, for me, as a reading like this, the Queen of Pentacles energy would be irrelevant. Because it's the financial aspect. Listen, if you're an adult and you can't even provide for yourself, and I'm talking not even financial, I mean financial as well, but like if you can't provide safety for yourself, if you can't provide genuine care, authenticity, if you can't provide accountability, if you can't provide those innate things for yourself, then you might want to not even be worried about another person. You might want to start there and then like work your way up. You feel me? There's a song, that fucking Kanye song, and I've referenced this before a while back, but because they're making me feel that with this, when he says, what's a king to a god, and then what's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. The thing is that I feel like this empress, I don't know if it's at her most or his most unevolved self, they were willing to settle, or they were settling. So I want to be very careful with that too, because somebody's making me feel like they wasted a lot of time. But I don't think it was time wasted. I think you needed to go through whatever it is you went through in order to really see your true purpose, or to really be reminded of really your own self-worth and like who you really are. As cliche as it sounds, that's essentially what it feels like. And then there's 3 wands on the table because you got the 10, the king, and the queen. With the 2 of wands at the bottom, which would be a 5 of wands. 10 with the queen is 11, with the king is 12, which is a 3. That 3 of wands plus this 2 would be 5. Yep. With the 4 would be 9. This first of all, if this was a conversation, if there was a conversation between two people, I don't even think it was a conversation. It might have been an argument. Or if there is going to be a conversation, it's not going to be a conversation. It's going to be an argument. Listen, I don't, honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like that's to be expected. Because like I said, the stark difference between the Empress and a King of Wands, because again, out of all the kings, the King of Wands is the one that's immature. He's the king that ain't got his anger in check. Like he's a king that's gonna like do some real dumb shit because he's angry. Say some dumb shit that because he's angry. It's immature energy. Someone also doesn't want to hear the truth, or someone doesn't like to even speak about the truth. Holy shit. I don't know if this is related to what we just looked at. It could be. Doesn't have to be. I got Virgo energy with the Hermit. I got the King of Cups. And I got the King of Swords. Someone may have identified that there was something that they were falling short on. Because it's interesting how it's like the King of Cups, the way that the cards came out, the King of Cups is looking over at the King of Swords. I had to double check that real quick. The King of Cups is looking over at the King of Swords. It's almost like, this is what I'm feeling. That's what we're feeling, right? It's like that. It's like the head and the heart, like, or the heart looking for confirmation. Like, does this make sense? Like what I'm feeling, does this make sense that I'm feeling this way? It almost seems like confirmation. The King of Cups is looking towards the King of Swords for confirmation. I don't know that this is 2 different people. I don't feel like it's 2 different people. It might just be one. And it's kings, but it could be a woman. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. I definitely feel like someone needs to take time to figure things out for themselves, to figure out who the fuck they are. Because they've shown me a drawing board, and it's almost like, you know, the phrase of like, we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to figure this out. We need to rethink this. We need to break this energy down. Hi, Noel. Hi, Miss Redmond. I'm not sure if I said hi. We ain't been on here too long. I feel like this king, not this king, this hermit. I said this king and I was pointing to the hermit. This hermit energy, whoever this person is not going to be happy. Whoever this is ain't going to be happy with the outcome at first. Like that doesn't mean that this is not going to be important. Like this is probably the most important part of someone's process. I just feel like it's going to be like a culture shock. Someone's not going to expect to hear the things that they're going to hear about themselves. Someone's not going to anticipate someone being as brutally honest as they're going to be with them. Someone isn't anticipating for their own shadow to be, because that could be this too. I'm like, that definitely, the King of Cups, King of Swords, this could be someone's shadow. someone's intuition coming together to work with their own shadow. Mm. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom, it's interesting because I feel like someone is expecting or anticipating um, receiving some type of compassion, some type of, not necessarily guidance, because somebody's like, I don't expect for you to give me the answers, but damn, be easy on me. Like, like this shit is hard. But I think that the person that, if this is you, whoever you're expecting, it's not even expecting. It's like somebody could have done you wrong. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be in any form and fashion, but somebody could have done you wrong, like some real dirtbag grease bullshit. And then they're expecting, like they're willing, doing this, they're willing to work through it, or they're expressing that they want their desire to work through something, but it's with the exception. It's like, I'm gonna make this right, but this is what I need from you. Because I feel like collective is standing there like, you need something from me? I already gave you everything there was to give you. I gave you more than what I should have given you. So after you fuck me over royally, you still think that you can pull up and expect or anticipate or bargain with anything on this side? It sounds, somebody's like, it sounds preposterous. I don't talk like that, but somebody's like, that's absurd. It sounds insane. Like, it gotta be crack you smoking. Got to be. Gotta be. You're expecting for me to be soft towards something that, because when it was my turn to go through something, when you was playing in my face, you didn't have that compassion for me. You wasn't being soft to me. You wasn't being compassionate to me. You wasn't taking me into consideration. You wasn't, like, there was no softness in your disrespect. There was no softness here. There was no room. Even when I did try to be compassionate toward you, there was no regard for me being compassionate toward you. So now that you're choosing to rectify something, you're expecting a certain type of behavior from someone, and that's just not how it goes down. It don't work. Shit don't work like that. Which is interesting because I feel like me, the reader, I've said this to someone recently. So here we are. Two of Swords, which means we got 3 swords on the table. Like I said, I think that this process, especially in the beginning, is going to be, because somebody's like, yeah, I know it's not going to be easy, but I don't think they truly understand just how difficult it's going to be in the beginning. Somebody has sold themselves a narrative of something's going to, like, if you could do this, I could do this. Which is wild because it's like, in someone's mind, and is that like, was that passive aggressive? Because it was almost the way that I said it, I didn't realize it until after I said it. Me, the reader, when I just said that, I thought to myself, damn, that kind of, I would have taken offense if somebody would have said that to me. Like that. Like if somebody would have looked at me and said, bitch, if you could do that, I could definitely do it. But I think that's what somebody did. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but someone, I don't know if this is work. I'm not sure, because it kind of feels like someone has looked at something that you've done and then what you've acquired, like how your life has changed from the job, or if you change your lifestyle, your eating, your religion, your beliefs, your discipline patterns. Like if you've changed something, the results from that, someone else has identified the results from what you've done, and they've said, whether they've said it in their head or they've said it to you. This could even have been you, that you said it, but there's this energy of like, If you could do it, I definitely could do it. I just think that somebody here is not anticipating just how much work is gonna go in or gonna be needed to do this, to see this through, to work through this. Um, that's why I said with that hermit card that we saw a few minutes ago, it's gonna be like a rude awakening for somebody. And I don't, if this, obviously I'm reading for a collective, right? So this is also like like spirit is telling me not everybody's gonna make it through to the other side. Like, if you know how you see like those fucking contestant shows or like those reality shows, and then they do like the Bachelor and Bachelorette, and then you start out with like 15 contestants, but then by the first level you only have 10, by the next level you only have 6, like that. Like, that's how they're showing me. They're showing me a breakdown. Like, there's gonna be a group of like 20 people that's gonna come to this, and then by that first stage from 20 we're gonna go down to like 10. That's how they're showing me this, because they're telling me now only the strong survive. But I think somebody particular is going into something like, if you could do it, you did it, I definitely could do it. And they're gonna be in for a rude awakening. That's the message. That's it. That's all. I miss y'all. We miss you too, girl. We miss you too. I was just saying, big shout out to my aquas. I was just like, Shanti, Corinne, Star, Noel. I did a whole rundown right when we started the live. Happy belated birthday, my darling. It's my 18th. Hi, Laura. I actually have a reading to send you. I'm like, did I send it? When did you get a when was the last time you got a reading from me, Laura, through the email? Like, did you get one this week? In my head, I'm going through the Rolodex because I sent out like a good fucking 10 readings, but I can't. I'm like, damn, that's gonna have me fucked up. When was the last time you got a reading from me? Happy birthday, by the way. But it's my 18th anniversary of being 21 today. I'm dead. So funny. It's crazy because I was just telling the other day I was talking to somebody, and I was like talking, I forgot like the context of the conversation, but I was like, yeah, I'm in my mid-30s. And they were like, hold on, you in your what? I'm like, I'm in my mid-30s. They're like, stop playing. I'm like, I'm 36. I'm in my mid-30s. But the person was more like shocked, like, oh shit, like you're not like ashamed or anything. I'm like, I'm counting down the days to my 40th. Like, I plan to have a big 40th birthday. Okay. I'm counting the days down. Not this week. I did get one from you a few weeks ago. No, so then I have another one to send you. See, I knew this is why I was a little bit tweaking just now, because I'm like, I definitely think I have a reading that I had to send you, a new one. You're gonna be receiving one soon. I gotta check. I gotta double check. I only have anniversaries. Listen, didn't I say earlier? Shout out to my Aqua gang, right? Shout out to my Aquariuses. We've been going through it this season. You heard? This Aquarius season in particular was a little bit different. That's why I'm hoping Pisces season is nice on us this year, because we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. The Hermit again. The Hermit. Ooh, child. No. The High Priestess in the reverse with the Hermit in the upright. Somebody hasn't, I don't know, it's somebody hasn't been feeling like themselves, or somebody's trying to figure out like how to get back to who they are. That's gets kind of tricky, right? Because I'm even as I'm saying it, I'm like, you never go back to who you used to be. And you should never want to go back to who you used to be. Even if you feel like you've downgraded or come out of touch. I think that as humans in this shared human experience that we're having, I think that every time you come to that point in life, because it happens multiple times, right? It's not linear. It's not something that is like a just straight shot uphill, um, where at least there's no bumps in the road. That's not how life works. And so every time you have those moments of like feeling like you've lost yourself or lost the essence of yourself, I used to look at it. That's why the hangman used to trigger me, because I used to look at that as like a reset. Like, damn, I'm starting all over again, you know? But in with the hangman, it's like it is a reset, but not a reset as in going all the way back around to the beginning and starting over. It's not like that. It's a reset. That last portion, that last level, that last era, however you want to look at it, you've already learned what you needed to learn. You've already taken what you needed to take. There's a cap on like that part of your life. And so every time you get to that point where you feel out of touch with who you used to be, we as humans tend to look at that as like a downtime. We tend to be depressed about that. When in fact, we should probably be looking at the upside of this, like looking at it like, wait, it's probably good that we don't recognize who we used to be, because who we used to be got us in a lot of shit, whether we like to admit it or not. And so we had to do a lot of work to get out from where we used to be. And obviously, if we're unlocking new parts of ourselves, new parts of our ascension, we're obviously not going to recognize these brand new parts and these brand new levels. And so essentially, it's kind of like when I tapped this maybe like 2 years ago, we got this download on Patreon where it was like going from a page to a king, going from a page to a king, going from a page, or going from the king to the page. So like going from a king of pentacles where you've already been the page of pentacles, knight of pentacles, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to the 10. You've already gone through all of that, right? Then once you hit the king of pentacles and you think, damn, I'm good, I'm straight, I'm established, I'm got it figured out, got life in my back pocket. And then bam, you're the king of cups, or you're the page of cups rather. You go from like the king of pentacles to a page of cups, or you go from the king of pentacles to the page of swords. The point is you're starting over at the page, and it's like, fuck, like I got to do this shit all over again. But you're not doing it all over again. I don't know if I'm explaining this. Like if this is for you, you understand, you catching me as I'm throwing it at you. But I feel like my words, I'm not giving it justice. Like I feel like I could do better with this explanation, is what I feel like. Either way, the hermit and the high priestess in the reverse, somebody is feeling out of touch with themselves. But the way that I'm looking at this is like somebody is really beating themselves up about it. Like I wish I could go back to who I used to be, or I wish I could figure out how to be how I used to be. Like there's a almost like a desire here of getting back to where you was. Why would you want to move backwards though? But I think whoever I'm talking to, you're not looking at it like you would be moving backwards. You're not seeing it like that. You're looking at it like you were comfortable there. You were comfortable with that person. You were comfortable in that living place. You were comfortable in that relationship, even though when you were in it, you were unhappy. You were not satisfied. You were uncomfortable. Feel me? Did you feel me? It better be crunk. Wait, I only have anniversaries. I'm all the way in the now. It's all right. It's all right. Happy anniversary, Buki. Happy anniversary. It better be crunk. My birthday is March 5th. Pisces gang. I feel like Pisces season usually has me by the balls. the non-existent ones that I don't have. But it usually like, and I feel like for the most of us, like especially like I said in the beginning, I got a lot of aquas that follow me on this channel. And I feel like for the most part, like I'm going through my Rolodex, and I'm like, for the most part, usually for Pisces season, because we done did like 4 of them together so far. Pisces season usually has us like holding us by the leg and shaking us to fucking rob us for our chump change and our lint out of our pockets. That's usually what Pisces season looks like on this platform for a lot of us. Um, but this year, I don't know. I don't, and I've been tapping into that, and I should probably do a reading on that because I've been tapping into like the spring, the equinox and shit. Like I've been tapping into that probably for the last few months. I think going back to like the live miss, even in December, I was talking about the springtime, talking about March specifically. I think my Mercury is in Aquarius too. Actually, Miss Redmond. Yo, yo, yo. So somebody is either gonna learn. Somebody is either gonna learn about a betrayal. Wait, what? Um, that's an understatement. I don't got my glasses and I got something in my eye, but I'm reading them comments. You see that shit? I'm trying. That's an understatement. This reading resonated big time. Thank you for validating me, girl, because I'm over here like, girl, you rambling. My kid self would kick my ass right now. I've wasted all this time. I don't think time was wasted though. I think a lot of information was accrued. I think that's the truth for all of us too. I'm learning that slowly but surely. Um, Somebody here may have learned, will learn, or is about to learn that someone that was really close to them or they thought was really close to them did some real foul shit. And I'm talking about like in regard to family. So either this is a family member or this is someone that you were close enough to that you consider them to be family. That's one thing, right? I also feel like someone is someone has matured enough, has grown enough, has ascended in their journey enough to understand that something that they yearned for or something that they wanted, something that they maybe wanted for a long time, was actually not something that they, it's almost like they played themselves by wanting that. It's like if you look at it like a relationship, like romantic, it's like you think about how crazy you was for your ex at one point, and then fast forward once you out that relationship, it's like I was crashing out because of that. Really? You know what I mean? Because somebody's looking at something that they used to look at as a 9 of cups, and they looking at it as like, I do want to say a waste of time, which again that kind of keeps coming up. I don't think it was a waste of time, but somebody's looking at it with disdain. So at one point it was a 9 of cups to you, and now whether it's a person, whether it's a job, whether this could even be talking about like a fucking borough. Like you could have grown up and always wanted to live in fucking Calabasas your whole life. And then you grow up and you realize the type of shit that comes out of Calabasas, and you're like, I would never live there as an adult. But as a child, you romanticize it. So this, whether we're talking about a person, whether we're talking about a job, because it could even be in career too. Somebody could have grown up always wanting. There's something that you yearned for, that you wanted, that you desired. It was wish fulfillment, or so you thought when you were at a lower vibration, when you were at a different part in your life, when you didn't know any better, right? When you was the Knight of Pentacles, you couldn't wait. You could not wait to get to the Four of Pentacles as a Knight of Pentacles. And then you got to that Four of Pentacles and you realized what it took to actually get through that energy of the Four of Pentacles and how drawn out and long that shit is. And then you sat there and was like, this ain't what it was supposed to be given. Like I thought I was gonna get something else. This is not it. The fact too that I'm looking at an Empress again for the second time in this reading, and the same deck, right? And I'm looking at the Queen of Wands again, same deck, second time in this reading. Um, and they came out in the same spread that we just did a few minutes ago. Then I got the Ten of Cups here with the Nine of Cups, which we know that if we add this, it's 19, which 1 and 9 is a 10. So again, this comes back, because if this is something that's like a job that you always thought you always wanted to do, it's the reason why there was so much desire for it was because of something that had to do with your bloodline or like where you come from. So like if you grew up and you had one of your parents was an addict, right? And then you always thought to yourself, I want to be a doctor because my mom was sick when I was young. Or and no, and then you grow up and you realize I do not want to fucking be a doctor because I gotta actually spend my whole life telling people that they, are sick, terminally ill, or seeing sick children. Like I don't actually want to do that. So again, I thought I had a desire for this. Nine of Cups. And I realized, because I identified why I was after it for so long, was because of what I went through, my personal experience, right? And I realize now that I actually, Seven of Swords, this actually wasn't what I would want to do. My higher self, my evolved state, like I don't, it's not that I don't want to do that actually. Or like you grew up and you had a loved one, parent, sibling, whatever, in jail, in prison. And you always thought to yourself, I want to be a correction officer. I want to be a lawyer. Like I want to help. I want to help people in that way because of, your experience, your familial lineage, whatever, right? And then you realize I don't got the capacity to deal with the injustice that goes on. I don't got it in me to study to be a lawyer for all these years, only to then have my hands tied every time I'm in front of a judge and know that the person I'm defending is innocent. But if the judge says they got to go, or if the jury says they got to go to jail for 20 years, I don't got no control over that. Like, I don't got the capacity. It's someone who's understanding that something that they yearned for it's not actually going to fit them. It's not. If this is romantic, it's the same concept, just a different type of shoe, right? And so it's like, again, you thought you wanted something with someone, or you thought you wanted someone, and then you realize we actually work better as friends, or I actually don't even like you. I wouldn't even be a friend with someone who's like you. So how the fuck can I build a family and a life with you? Wait a minute. Like, you were my cup of tea when I was at this low ass vibration. But like now that I'm here and I'm growing and I'm learning and I'm taking accountability and I'm moving forward and I'm progressing, you're still here and I can't. You're no longer wish fulfillment. It's no longer desirable. That's the whole point of this. Reason why I'm saying it like that is because of this. Because I think someone was all in. Again, with the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups, somebody was all in. Somebody was vested. But I feel like as they've gotten older or matured or gotten wiser or gotten hip to the person, or like really learned the situation for what it truly is, took off those rose colored glasses. Remember I was saying that before? Once you take that off and you see the truth about something, you're like, oh, it's dark in here. I don't like that. I don't. It's not pretty. It's not cute. It's not sustainable. It's not healthy. You feel me? Feel me? Hi, Starla. There's a lot of lessons learned. There's so much I would do different. Yeah, me, the reader, I spent a long time questioning that. Like, if I knew then what I knew now, would I really have wanted to do things differently? Because hindsight, yeah, right? You want to do things differently. You want things to be better, but the reality of the fact is that had you done things differently, you wouldn't be who you are today as a person, because you wouldn't have been in positions or predicaments to learn certain lessons. So then I think about it and I'm like, damn, would I have done things differently? Like, probably that probably would not even be the smartest choice or decision for me. You feel me? My life in 3 cards, you heard? My whole entire life in 3 cards. The death card, Scorpio energy. The 5 of Swords, and then the Sun. I think somebody may have put a lot of emphasis on trying to calm themselves or talk themselves out of overreacting or making a big deal, out of stuff. I think somebody may have even tried to sell themselves the narrative of like, if someone forgets my birthday, it's fine because like everybody's going through some shit. Or if someone overlooks me, even though I do every and anything under the sun for them, it's okay because everybody is going through shit. Like somebody was, I'm saying was because I don't know that whoever I'm talking to, I don't know that you're still in this energy. You could just now be coming out of something, um, or out of this energy, particularly because it kind of comes off as like someone was extremely passive or is extremely passive. And I think that either spirit is calling for someone to wake the fuck up. Like, it's actually not okay that your partner doesn't make you a big deal. The things that you like, the things that make your mind work, you know what I mean? Like the things that ignite you, the things that excite you, the things that your birthday, your holidays, the things that you cherish. It's not okay that someone that you're sharing a life with doesn't take those things into consideration, because essentially what they're doing is not taking you into consideration. I hope that that makes sense, because it feels like someone may have, I don't know if this is brainwash, because that's what they're telling me. It almost comes off as like for a long time someone was brainwashed into thinking it's fine. It's fine. Even I'm even triggered even saying that. Like, oh, it's cool. You forgot. That's fine. Like you came home after a long day. You was at work all day dealing with people and their ignorance all day. I'm working all day dealing with people and their ignorance all day. And it's not to compare trauma or compare who had it worse, right? But so you on your way in, you stop, you get yourself food, and you don't even bring me a fucking cookie. But I'm still at work. Or my day hasn't even nowhere near slowed down. Like, and then there's no consideration, but then instead of someone addressing that or like yo, that's not crazy that you did that, because like had I come in and you still at home and you still behind the computer and you still stressed out and you didn't even think about me, like you would have felt some type of way. Like instead of even addressing it, somebody's like, nah, it's fine. I got a hot pocket in the freezer, I'll heat that up. I got yesterday's leftovers, I'll take care of that. If someone has been extremely passive in other people and how other people handle them. And I also feel like whoever I'm talking to hasn't, not even that you haven't addressed this, but I think that's like you haven't even adjusted how you handle them in return. So for these same people that are extremely inconsiderate when it comes to you, you're still bending over and being very considerate for them. Again, this is speaking towards someone who is extremely passive. And I feel like the first card out, death energy, that needs to change. You're not a crash out, or if unless it's you antagonizing an issue, then you're not the actual problem. And I think that a lot of us, specifically if I'm talking to you and this resonates for you, there's this energy here where it's like you're used to being the crash out. You're used to people poking you, poking you, poking you, poking you for months, weeks, days, hours, whatever. And then it goes unaddressed. No one talks about it. No one bats an eyelash about it. But the minute you wall out and you hold someone accountable, or the minute you have to tell somebody about themselves or do that whole like, in that minute, it's your fault. Like shit hit the fan, and what so and so did was fucked up, but like you're the problem because you know better. So why would you argue back? But in your mind, you're sitting there like, so y'all just saw him smack the shit out of me and nobody was gonna say nothing? But I'm the problem because I turned around and saw him stop hitting me. Granted, I may have been screaming at him, but like he put his hands on me and it's my fault. It's that energy. May not be that verbatim, but like that's the energy of like, I think someone has been accustomed to this. And I think maybe because this has happened so much, someone has learned how to be passive, because any other reaction from them would be looked at as aggression. So instead of them being labeled as the aggressor or the problem, the crash out, I think that someone is like, has learned how to just be like, it's fine, whatever. I'm not even going to argue about this. Yo, there's nothing that triggers me more than that. That nonchalant shit. And I know the earth signs are big on this shit. It's so fucking triggering to me because it's really not cool. Stop saying it's cool. Like when shit happens and it hurts you or it makes you angry, or because that's the thing too, is like when you angry about something, when you see someone pissed off, it's because they were sad and hurt for a long time and overlooked it or allowed it to be overlooked. And so what happened to the sadness, what happened to the pain, it actually turned into anger and frustration and aggression. But instead of bringing it from pain to just angry and all this extra, like instead of, why not handling it like nipping it in the butt in the beginning, right? Like why we got to go through this whole process of, first I'm the too emotional, too sad bitch, right? And then I get ignored, and then now that I'm spazzing out, now I'm the too aggressive bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like not like either which way, it's a lose-lose. It's gonna always be that way for you if this is how you're being to keep the peace. It's gonna always look that way. Why not address it at the beginning? When something happens and someone makes you feel away, why not say that in that moment? Why not pump the brakes on them in that moment? Instead of saying, yo, it's cool, it's fine, it's not fine. I got questions. If you dating or you with somebody and they say something or they do something that, or something happens and it makes you feel funny and makes you feel weird, why not using your voice and actually like utilize your voice and actually articulate that shit? Like what I that yo, when I tell you that shit is super triggering for me, it's super triggering for me, because why would you do that? Why would you keep, because what you're doing is the only person that's affected by you keeping the peace, you're keeping the peace for someone else. You're enabling them by not holding them accountable. So you're giving them essentially what they're after. They don't want to be accountable for the fuckery that they're doing. So by you staying shut, because you're keeping the peace, you're giving them a clean slate. You're giving them the easy way out. You're not stopping them at the door. You're not addressing nothing. You're not making them be accountable. You're not even making them sweat, not even a little bit. And then at the end of the day, when everything is all said and done, you're the one that is fucked. You're the one that's stressed. Because now, especially if I'm talking to a woman, yo, spirit was like, what's your trigger button? Turn around, let me see all the red buttons. I'm gonna press all of them in one shot with 3 cards. Because especially if I'm talking to a woman, once you have especially if this is romantic, but even don't even gotta be romantic, but especially if I'm talking to a woman, Once you have this, once that intuition tickles you, you can't turn that off. So think of like you in a romantic connection and the partner says or does something and you hit them with the, like that was strange, but I'm not going to say nothing because it's going to lead to an argument. Or I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to be the problem, or I don't want to cause an issue. Again, I'm going to keep the peace. I ain't going to say nothing. Okay. But then the whole day goes by, the whole month goes by, the whole week goes by. And that thing that now every day you're looking to see, did they do that again? Did they say that again? What does that mean? And let's not even talk about when you're going to sleep, how that shit is going to be replaying in your brain because now you're the one that's thinking all type of shit, overthinking, underthinking, all type of shit going on. And the whole time, this person is walking around with not a care in the world. So essentially, the whole point of this message is that you're showing someone or you have shown someone how to handle you. And it's the same people that overlook you. You taught them how to do that. Every time you said, I don't got no time to argue. So why the fuck you got time? So you got time to, you don't got time to argue and address what's fucking with you. But you got time to wither away and sit in this person's face and just pretend like everything is okay. Okay. Heard you. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And Judgment. I feel, they say that when somebody lies, they lie because they're afraid. I believe that wholeheartedly. When someone lies to you, is because they're afraid of how you're going to react to the truth. So if this is romantic, if someone hides something from you and they lie to you about it, it's because they know that if they tell you the truth, you might leave them or something, right? There's going to be repercussions for their actions. So they're afraid of telling you the truth, so they lie, right? When something happens and it affects you mentally, emotionally, physically, or all of the above, spiritually even, when something happens and it affects you and you choose to keep the peace, right? By not addressing it, not acknowledging it, and you choose to hit them with the okie doke, it's cool, it's fine. What do you think the motive is behind that? Like, why you think you're doing that? Because if someone lying is triggered because of a fear that they have inside that they are not willing to address, then being passive as fuck to your own detriment, you don't think that there's a fear here of losing something that isn't even worth keeping, especially if we're talking romantic. Because if we're talking romantic, we're talking about you have someone that's inconsiderate of you, someone who overlooks you, someone who might even, depending on the level of this, blatantly do things that they know are affecting you, but they also know you will not address it, so they don't have anything to worry about. They can step all over you and it don't matter. Why do you think you would stay in something like that without addressing it? Why do you think, especially if I'm talking to somebody who's been doing this for a while, like this isn't like a, we've been together 2 months, I'm still feeling this out. No, this is like, this is 2 years in, 3 years in, however long in. Why would you continue to hit the same button of passiveness? Why would you continue to be like, nah, I ain't even trying to cause no issue? Why would you opt out to adding to more chaos, internal chaos for yourself? Because what you're doing is, instead of going through a little spat with someone because they don't want to hear it, which is fine, because if you don't, what, it's funny because they made it a whole meme, which this is fucking basic common sense, but like Cat Williams said it a few weeks ago in an interview, and now all of a sudden everybody, the light bulb went off in everybody's head. And Cat Williams said, If you want me to tell a better story of you, then maybe you should have treated me better, because you don't get to narrate. He didn't say this verbatim, but basically this is what he said. You don't get to narrate my story of my experience with you. The only way I'm going to go and tell people, yeah, this person was a great person, is if you actually were a great person to me. But if you was an asshole to me, I'm not going to accommodate you. I'm not going to turn around and tell people, yeah, this person was a great person, when the reality was you was a piece of shit to me. When I'm telling my story, my experience, if you don't like how you look in that story, if you don't like how you're portrayed in that story of my experience, my factual experience with you, the shit that really happened in real life, then maybe you need to adjust how you're treating me, right? So it's all goes into the same, it's the same pot. It's just a different, it's the same pot, it's the same shit. Because for someone to be extremely passive, and this has to go back to childhood. There's really no other way around it. Because again, if someone who lies because there's a fear, that's what makes someone lie to begin with. If you're being extremely passive to the point where now you're causing chaos inside of yourself. There was something that happened recently, and someone kept saying, I don't care. I don't care. And it triggered the fuck out of me, because if you didn't care, you would not even be in this position. We would not even be having this conversation. How are you going to say you do not care when clearly you care? That's why you're in the situation. So it's not that you don't care, it's that for some reason you don't care enough about yourself to address the shit that needs to be addressed. Because for me, I feel like that's where the fear comes in for someone who moves like this. The fear is revealing or seeing something in you that you're not going to like, or knowing that you're going to have to address and be accountable for something that's in you. And so to avoid that, you're not even going to address when people devalue you. And essentially, depending on the level of this shit, this is fucking borderline dehumanizing of somebody. Like, especially if it's romantic. Like, you telling me you with someone, this is your partner. Because I know, like, as a society, that's my boyfriend for 2 months. So that's my girlfriend for 8, 9, 10 fucking years. But then they don't, there's not even an actual partnership there. Not for real. So I know that when we talk about like romance and shit, it's like so overlooked. It's fucking sickening. But like, on a basic human level, like how can two people be together in a partnership and not even have basic consideration for each other or for themselves? Because that's the thing here too, is like the person that's being passive, you that can't be love. First of all, being passive like this when shit happens that's affecting you, that's not even you loving yourself. So how are you going to sit there and tell me that you love that person? And if you being passive and someone that you love, romantic partner or not, right? Someone that you love is doing shit that's unhealthy and unsustainable and not okay, right? Whether they're doing it to you or anybody else, it's not okay what they're doing. But you love this person, but you're not even going to address it because you can't bear to bother them with their truth, no matter how that makes you feel. I think it's time to put this deck away because I don't like it. I don't like it. I think, right? I did this thing. I did this thing and I quickly was like, why did I do this? Because literally, I announced on Instagram that I was going to start my calls again on the 20th of this month. And I started doing the calls last week for the OGs, like the people that I was doing the calls with prior. So like anybody who's new on the roster was going to start on the 20th and moving forward. But anybody who was already on the roster, they had the option to start last week. The first call that I had, I quickly, and it was, I didn't even jump into hour sessions again. I just went into half an hour sessions because it's been a while, months since I've done calls. And so I'm like trying to do baby steps and do it as cautiously as possible. But yo, that first one after the call ended, I was sitting there like, I'm really gonna do this shit right now. Like, I'm gonna really go back into this. Because that's literally the feeling that I just had just now, even reading these cards. When I tell you I'm sweating, my leg fell asleep. Triggered ain't even the word, bro. It's not even the word. I'll never forget the day that I was watching, I was scrolling on, I think, Instagram. This was a few years back. Several years back, honestly. But I was scrolling on Instagram and a clip came up of DMX. He was in an interview. I love that man. He was in an interview and he said, "Oh, you trust a liar to lie to you. You trust a thief to steal from you. You trust a cheater to cheat on you. Like, it is what it is." I always remember the first time I saw that clip because that shit is viral now. But like, I always remember the first time I seen that clip and thinking to myself, yo, you would think that shit is so. It sounds simple enough, right? I don't even know. I don't know. And then it's fucked up, right? Because even with those calls on Instagram, I think to myself, like, there's a real thin line between, or there can be a thin line between being in a position of like someone being like someone from the outside, right? Like for myself. And this is something I would normally bring this to like the OG gang, but we're gonna work it out right here on the public platform, live, in real time. Because even for me personally, I find myself in a space as of lately. I noticed that I find myself in a space where it's not about being the I told you so person. Because if you know me in real life, you know that I don't actually like being right. Like when someone that I love tells me something and I tell them, we shouldn't, that's probably not safe. And then they overlook that and overlook the facts and then have to come back to me with the same shit that I already said was going to transpire. Because I'm not an oracle, right? I know I'm on the tarot channel, but I'm not an oracle. And so when I'm saying things, it's because of the facts. It's not because of what I personally feel. It's because of what the facts are saying. That liar is going to lie. The cheater is going to cheat. The moron is going to be dumb. The selfish guy, he going to still be selfish. Like these things, I be telling y'all, these patterns, they don't lie. I be saying that. So then me, the person that I am, right? Like a lot of people that are close to me in my real life, they would say in a heartbeat. A lot of people don't be telling me certain things because I'm that friend, I'm that sister, I'm that spouse, I'm that cousin, I'm that aunt, I'm that mom. Because I do it even to Izzy. Can't stand in the shit. Black and white is gonna be black and white. Like I'm gonna always, if you wrong and you come to me with gossip or some shit, some tea, and you think I'm gonna sit there because you my child or you my sister or you my brother, and you think because we family, I'm gonna I didn't even do it for my own father. I didn't even do it for my own brother that's dead. Like I'm never been that type of person because that shit is not gonna get me nowhere. And quite frankly, I'm this way because I would expect and I'm yearning myself for people in my life to be that way with me. If I come to you with something and it's fucked up, whether I understand it or not, but I'm bringing it to you, don't sit there and agree with me. Don't sit there and enable me. Don't sit there and be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this shit is fucked up, if the equation I bring you is not okay, if what I'm doing is not sustainable, and you fuck with me and you love me, tell me. Tell me. Because that's the thing. And I somebody told me just today, like that's what separates you from other people. Like, you want to hear it because you're ready to make those changes. You're ready to be accountable. Most people are not ready to be accountable. And I think that's where, for me, the reader, that's where I get triggered. Because even with the passive shit, like, it triggers me because that's like, there's a part of me that knows that the people that are in my life that don't want to be accountable still, after all the shit that we've been through, because I just was telling y'all I'm in my mid-30s, you know? But like, in this big age, no matter who you are, like, I gotta start cutting y'all off. Because then what other option that's gonna leave me with? I can't. I'm not trying to do that. Boyfriend, girlfriend, daughter, brother, whoever. The way that shit triggers me is not okay. I don't like it. Anyway. Hi, King of Wands. You triggered? Sheesh, I am too. I'm sorry. I've learned this lesson the hard way, but didn't really learn it until I crashed out. Excuse me, for the millionth time. You don't really learn the new way until you're tired enough of dealing with the bullshit. I don't know if you was here in the very beginning of this reading, because I said that. I literally, probably even verbatim, the way you said it. Like, and we always say that here, right? Like, you could bring the horse to the water, but you can't force that horse to drink that water. Like, you've already done more than enough by bringing the horse to the water. You feel me? Common sense ain't too common. Girl, I don't know if you're trying to trigger me or not. Yo, I don't know if I think I told y'all this really quick but really fucking story. Or did I say it? That's why you said it in the comments? When I literally was, yeah, I think I did tell you. I was telling you this me in my mid-30s, my fucked up brain, my fucked up memory. Where I was saying I was talking to somebody and I'm like, yo, this shit is common sense. And the person looked at me and was like, well, common sense ain't that common. I think I knew in that moment. I knew in that moment who I was dealing with. Because I'm still in disbelief by telling that story. I can't even believe it. I don't know if you said that because I was talking about that story, because I just went on a tangent. And when I be channeling like that and going in, like, I can't even remember. I know the point of what I was saying, but I can't remember like verbatim what I said. Hi, Shayna. Shayna, me and you gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of shit going on with Venus. There's a lot of shit going on with Mars that I'm just like, I don't know what none of this shit means, but I know it means something bad or something big. And I need to understand. I also been shopping around for somebody who knows how to read a birth chart. So we gotta talk books. I stay coming in at an hour. Well, today, to be fair, today I didn't set the link. I think I set it for maybe like 10 minutes prior because I had no intention on going live. And then I was like, either go to sleep to take a nap, which I don't like doing that during the day. I very rarely do that. Very rarely, unless I'm like really fucking sick and on my deathbed. So I was like, fuck, productive. So today I didn't set the link, which is what I'm saying. Do I look blurry? Because I definitely feel like I look blurry. I don't like that. Hold on. flip the Wi-Fi off. Let's see if it works better this time. My best friend taught me by tough love. She would purposely make up reasons to annoy me for days until I would crash out. Then she'd smile and say, damn, don't wait so long next time. Yeah. That's golden. You heard? I don't got the heart to do shit like that with the people that's around me. The audacity. I missed the beginning. That's crazy. I didn't hear you say that. So I didn't say that in this reading then. That's for I've said that story before about someone saying that to me. I've said it before, but like I said just now, every time I say that story, I'll be like, cause yo, what? Like I'm talking to you and I'm explaining to you that what we're talking about or what we're arguing about or whatever the topic is should be common sense. This is common sense shit. And your response is common sense ain't that common. So you calling yourself stupid. Yo, in that moment, I knew, like, I was like, there's no way. This person is just talking just to talk. I'm wasting my fucking time here. Bro, hit me. Yo, I got to, you know what it is? This is why I came into this live today. Like, yo, I'm gonna just get it out the way in one cantazo, one shot. Happy birthday to all my Aquariuses, because it's like 30 of y'all. And on a day-to-day, I'll be realizing what date it is. And it's like 11:59 p.m. with like 58 seconds in the clock. So I don't be forgetting y'all birthdays. For the most part, I know like all the aquas on the like all the OGs, I know their birthdays, which is wild. But I've been on here for 5 years. But it's not that I forget the birthdays, but it's my day to day. I'll be like all over the place. So today I came in like, happy birthday to you, all the Aquariuses. I be forgetting. Point is, the reason why I'm saying that is because I've been meaning to hit you for a minute now, before we even got off of Patreon. So it's been a few months, and I'll be fucking forgetting. Venus about to go retrograde. Venus about to go retrograde. We in the pre-shadow? And how long we been in the pre-shadow? If we in the pre-shadow, because that explains a lot of shit, actually. Spiritually bougie astrology in YouTube. She does one. Oh, wait. Let me screenshot this. Hold on. Yo, I'm looking at myself in the chat. Do it look like I was just crying? I promise y'all I wasn't. Not these days. You heard? But it looked like I've been crying. I feel like my nose is a little bit red. I kind of low-key look like I was crying. My dad used to say that. Used to say common sense is not too common. It's a saying. But so that's why I was like taken back, because the last time someone said it to me, like I said, we were in the middle of a conversation and I was explaining common sense shit. So I get it. Common sense clearly is not that common. But like in the context that the person said it, I was like, so you're admitting that you don't have the common sense. Okay. That was everything I needed to know. I've learned a lot from her myself. A workbook where it walks you through your own chart. Well, yeah, I want to learn how to read my own chart too. But like I really want my chart to be read by someone else, because I'm just curious to see like what someone else's perspective would be on my chart. The reason why I want to do that is because I had a dream a few months back. I ain't gonna talk about the dream, but it was like wild. And like in that dream, the end of the dream, somebody read my birth chart. And in the dream, I was like, oh. So now I just have this thing where I'm like, I'm curious because I never really had a desire for anybody to read it before. But now I'm like, okay, I kind of want to see what this is like about. Mine is next. My first starts at 1 degree Pisces. I have really good hopes for Pisces season. So quote me here today, 90 something minutes into this live. I really think Pisces season is going to be good for us. I'm hoping and praying. Because if it ain't good, it's going to be really fucked up. Because that's typically how Pisces season gets me. But also went to retro on the side. The message for the addresses, Starla, because I didn't respond to a lot of the responses, but I saved all the addresses because I'm still sending packages out. Don't judge me. We listen and we don't judge on this platform. Yeah. No, but I am still sending packages out to all the OGs. You got to get the fundamentals down, then go from there. Chiron is in Cancer. My Chiron is in Cancer in the 8th house. Super fucked up. I want to find the best partner to not trigger my. Is it Chiron or Chiron? I always say Chiron. But see how you just said that, Ms. Remen? I want to be able to understand things in my birth chart like that, so I could be like, I need somebody who's gonna make my Capricorn Venus flourish. Like I wanna that's how I want my dialogue to be. Yes, my address. Okay, then I got it. I definitely got it. I just screenshotted it. I didn't respond to a lot of the messages because I'm trying to build like an email list and also the addresses specifically for the OGs because like I said, I'm sending you guys stuff. I'm still doing that. Yo, I didn't realize how many members I had on the Patreon until we got off the Patreon and I had to like go one by one. So when I tell you I'm like probably like 40% down the list. So I got all the Patreon members and then I have like the OGs that weren't necessarily on Patreon, but they've been with us for a long time. I got a few people that I'm going to send them stuff to. That's why I asked certain people for their addresses. I noticed every time I had someone read my chart for a price, they don't say what or why. They don't say why or what placement they're speaking about. So it's harder to understand the connection to the birth chart. I never actually had someone. You know what it is? I've been waiting low key for Rodin, the girl from Balmy Spirit channel on YouTube. I'm waiting for her to read birth charts. Cause like I think that's why I haven't gotten my birth chart read. But I want to find somebody that like does it, like has good rapport with their customers or their clients and shit. That's probably why I haven't gotten it done yet. More than they are speaking about aspects. More than likely they are speaking about aspects. That's the most this is the most important part in astrology. Yo. I want to be able to understand all that shit though. And I more than anything else, I really want to be able to understand like how my birth chart specifically looks to someone who reads charts, you know? Then again, I'm a little bit nervous. Like in the back of my head, I'm like, what if I got like a really fucked up placement and somebody goes to read my birth chart and they're like, oh my God, like I don't want them to freak me out either. So I don't know. I don't know, but I got mad cards that just fell on the table when I was talking on my shit. So Let me look at this real quick. And it's wild because I know we're not talking about the King of Wands out again. The Moon, Pisces. Coño. The Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, which is a Four of Pentacles. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Somebody may have been single for a long time, and and even if it's not like single like relationship, but somebody's been alone or felt alone for a really long time. I think that at some point here you have to look at why that is. Because I think somebody's been walking around like, I just don't like drama, so I just don't have friends. Nice try, but it goes deeper than that. There's a reason. Something happened here, right? Somebody's like saying like they got hurt one time, they never want to do relationships again. There's something underlying here, because the fact that the Four of Pentacles is out twice, this is like somebody, it's not just somebody who's holding on to this, it's somebody who's like holding on for dear life. But with the Pisces card being here, with the Moon card being here, no matter how you try to suppress something, or how, it's like the more you try to apply pressure, the more the pipe is going to burst. That's what it feels like with the Pisces energy. And the fact that the Moon card is in the upright means that whatever this is that you're trying to suppress, or whatever it is you're trying to like hide or keep, is going to be emphasized, like more, louder. If we get sinking. Six of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Five of Swords. That's crazy. Considering the Five of Swords is what triggered me in the last little spread that we had. But I digress. Five of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Three of Cups. This is somebody feeling validated, feeling like a million-pound weight lifted off of their chest when they finally start to express what they really feel. The things that are hurting them, how it hurts them, how it has affected them, how things have triggered them. Somebody is going to finally express something, and it's almost, the way that they made me go like this is almost like somebody's like throwing up, like word vomit. Like it's almost like I say one truth and bitch, that's all it takes. Because now I'm just spewing this shit left and right. I can't stop it. But it feels good. It feels good. It's validating for someone. It feels good. Listen, it may cost you some people here and there, but that's okay. Because anybody that's going to cost you is somebody that wasn't meant to be with you or go with you into the next stage of whatever you got going on anyway, and vice versa. Wherever they're headed, wherever karma got them going, wherever judgment got them going, you ain't supposed to go with them either. Because we always look at that. We always look at how, like when you break up with somebody, or when you fall out of a friendship with somebody, fall out with somebody, we always look at like, but I wanted them to be with me. Like I wanted to go with them. But did you? This person got karma up the wazoo waiting for them behind that door. You want to go with them? Why? Well, you just barely made it out of what you just went through, your own shit. Why would you want to go with them through the door that they have to go through? Especially if you know that this person is like some type of avoidant, as far like in regard to like what they feel or what they've been through, what they've caused, what they've experienced. Because any type of avoidance would signify that someone isn't accountable in these areas. So obviously what they got coming is going to be some form of karma. Why would you want to experience their karma with them when you just couldn't even breathe in your own karma? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords with the Five of Swords is a Six of Swords. And with that King of Wands, the Six of Wands, is a Seven of Wands. So I got 7 Wands. I got 4 Pentacles. 7 Wands, 4 Pentacles, 6 Swords. and 3 cups with the moon. This ain't gonna be for everybody at all. And if it does resonate with you, this might actually be something that has transpired already, not something that's currently transpiring. So take it for how it is, how it resonates, however it resonates. Somebody could be holding on to a third party, whether it's a lover or a family member, whatever. Somebody is holding on to a third party because of the comfort that that third party brings, even to this person's own detriment. Even if this, they know that this third party is going to be the demise, the reason why something comes to an end. Someone's if this is the only thing they can hold on, this is the only piece, the only shred they can hold on to, they're holding on to it for dear life. Someone refuses to let something go. And I think the something is a someone. With the moon, again, being in the upright, and it's the only major on the table out of 8 cards, it's almost like somebody is this is going to be visible to other people, whether you like it or not. So I don't know if this is you that was holding on, if you were the one holding on to something or someone, even though this person brought out the worst in you, had you on some real low vibrational shit, or vice versa. um no matter how ugly this real image is here, I don't think this is something that you're going to be able to keep a secret for much longer. Or if this is somebody else that's doing this is not going to be able to be contained for much longer with Pisces on the table. This could be taking place in Pisces season. Some of you could be learning that a partner, whether a business partner or a romantic partner, had like a family member or another coworker in their ear telling them things, and as a result of that, it cost you the partnership. It cost you the relationship. But I don't think I don't, even if you had an inkling of it, I don't think you really knew it like with concrete evidence, but you're going to find out. Like you're going to be validated in that, because I have the Ace of Swords and the moon. So this, whatever fog was here with the moon, this Ace of Swords is going to clear that up quick and without a doubt. Without a doubt, you're going to see that whatever it was because for some of you, you were holding on to something or holding on to someone for dear life. And Spirit is going to show you clear as day that this ain't that. This ain't love. This ain't good. This ain't worth holding on to. This ain't worth wasting time with. Has already passed due. This is in Spanish. They literally, there's music playing in the background, but it's like old school freestyle playing in the background. So how the fuck they got Hector Lavoe in my ear right now is insane, because they got me hearing the song Periódico de Ayer, which is basically like yesterday's newspaper. So in the song, what he's saying in English, or he's saying in Spanish, but in English, what he's saying is, you don't reread yesterday's news. It's old news. There's no use for looking back at yesterday's paper. 4 cups. Even if this is something that was sustainable for you at some point, it is no longer the case. And I think with the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles here, I think that for a while, maybe this did work, but it no longer works. Even if for some of you, this may not be a person, for some of you, this is your singlehood. Some of you have been single for a really long time, and Spirit is saying, you're holding on to that shit for dear fucking life because of fear. The same reason people lie. Same reason people are passive. Fear has you holding on, not trusting a soul. And Spirit is saying that may have worked for a particular part of your healing and your ascension, but it no longer suits you. So you can keep fighting partnership all you want. And every chance I get, I'm going to keep putting partnership in your face. I'm going to give you a front row seat. And what's going to happen is you're going to keep picking the wrong people, right? Because what's going to happen is until you admit and until you're willing to let this, like drop this and actually move forward and progress, you're going to be picking people like off the fucking, like real sporadic. It's not even, you're not even going to really, you're going to have like whirlwinds until you're actually like, no, actually, let me get intentional with picking my partner. Let me be intentional with picking my partner by starting out with me. I want someone loyal. I have to be loyal to me. I want someone who is spiritual. I have to actually be spiritual. I want someone who's considerate. I have to actually be considerate of myself and other people. I want someone who's this, then I have to be that. I want, like, until you start to be intentional about partnership, Spirit is going to make sure that you keep finding yourself in the same situations to learn the same lessons over and over, because by you not being intentional with choosing your partners and your friends, what's happening is you're showing Spirit, you're showing God that you haven't learned anything. And so you're going to have to keep learning, relearning those lessons. The Wheel of Fortune and the page of the Knight of. It's the Sun. Son of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune is wild, because this is literally someone who's like on the fence with change. 1 minute I'm all in, I'm disciplined, I'm motivated, I'm gonna do it, fuck it, now is the time, no time better than now. And then the wheel starts to move and I get nervous, and right away I'm ready to get the fuck up off this ride. Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Page of Cups. This is somebody healing the codependency that's in them. The Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. With the Devil and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody may have been deliberately manipulating someone else, or deliberately manipulating other people. Someone is a master manipulator and able to like sweet talk someone, or like make something sound really, really, really good enough to get people on board with their plan. Whether this is a romantic thing or this is like something totally external, is going to be different for everybody. But they are telling me, someone is making me feel like someone else has like the gift of gab. Like someone can sell water to like a well, but like for the worst reasons with the devil energy. Like someone who has really negative intentions has the ability to do this. I got 3 wands on the table though. I got 3 wands. I got 4 pentacles again with the 3 and the queen. The Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune with the Devil. You're gonna have to revisit something that you may have done time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. And you're going to have to revisit that shit again, because however you left it, or however it is, like at whatever space that it's in, it's not genuine, it's not authentic, it's not right. There's something wrong with it. Someone's going to have to address something again. Someone's going to have to revisit something again. Someone's going to have to reprogram something again. Um, because the Wheel of Fortune now with the devil, I'm looking at someone's trying to actively change whatever this is. Someone may be realizing that they've already used every trick in their bag. Their big green Barney bag is empty. They've even done tricks with the fucking Barney bag. Like, time is up. Like, they're showing me a clock. Time is up. Like the old school clocks with the sand in them. That's the hourglass. That's what they're showing me. And it's like time is up, and someone's understanding. Like, listen, I'm either gotta change this, or I'm asked out. And I know I've said it before, right? Because what we how we saw this, we saw the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Wands. And this was someone saying, like, I've been saying I was gonna change this. I've said I was gonna change this, I didn't. I said I was gonna change this, I didn't. I said I was gonna do this, I didn't. I said I was gonna address it this way, I didn't. I said I was gonna plan this, and I didn't. I said I was gonna change, and I didn't. Like, that's this Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands. But to see the Wheel of Fortune with the devil, this is someone who's actually actively making changes and strides. Collective. Page of Swords at the bottom. This was a wild ride today for sure, but I love you guys wholeheartedly, and I fuck with you guys the longest way. I'm starving. I gotta leave in like 20 minutes. I'm currently rethinking this nap that I didn't take. Not the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, because the Fool card is, there's somebody that wants to be seen no matter what price. They want to be seen by you. They want you to know that they see you, and vice versa. For some of us, that's going to be a good thing. For some of us, it's not. It's going to be an annoying thing. Because when I saw the Fool card, I thought to myself, you motherfucker. You know? Ooh. Ooh, child. The Two of Wands and the Emperor. We've been seeing the Empress this whole reading. I've been on for like probably like an hour and a half. And we've been seeing the Empress back to back to back to back to back to back from the beginning. From the very first spread, we saw the Emperor. The Empress. We're only now seeing the Emperor with the Two of Wands. Someone may be making the decision now to like pop out. You may have felt someone was watching. The Fool again. Y'all see me shuffling, right? Because you may have been feeling like someone was watching you, or you may have had like an inkling that someone particularly may be watching you, or like, even if this is not like social media or anything, even if this is like in like your everyday life, you may have been thinking about someone, or and they're showing me Venus. So I don't know if this has anything to do with Venus, but Venus is also the planet of like love and shit, right? So this may be a romantic message. I don't know. But if you got any questions about astrology, you reach out to Crystalline, Alchemist, in the chat. You heard? No, but someone may have, for whatever reason, because for some of us this is not a negative thing. For others of us, like I said, this is gonna be a nuisance. But there's someone particular that wants to, or is ready now to be seen by you, ready for you to see them. For some of you, this plays in at work, like all of your efforts, all of your hard work is finally going to pay off. Someone's finally going to see you. I don't know, but collective, I love you guys wholeheartedly. I fuck with you guys the longest way. If anything resonated here, please do not hesitate to hit that like button. I hope everyone has a good rest of their side bitch night. That is today, February 15th, side bitch night. And tomorrow's Sunday. I have every intention on going live for Sunday service tomorrow. Ooh, I didn't see that. Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Wands, which is Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Someone is determined to end something, to end the bad times, to stop the madness. Like someone is determined to see that through. I'm not even going to pick up the cards anymore because at the rate I'm going, we're going to keep pulling cards. But I love you guys. And wait, who don't have the chat for Discord, the link? Even though the Discord has been a little bit dry, there's tumbleweeds in the Discord in the last few months. I ain't even gonna hold you, but I can send you the Discord. Who is it though? If somebody's missing the Discord link, I can put it in, I can send it in an email or through Facebook Messenger. Laura. Okay. I'll send it. I can send it to her through. I gotta check anyway because I think I'm pretty sure I have a reading that's supposed to go out to her. But either way, I'll send you the link through email. Or I even have you on Facebook as well. I'm pretty sure I got you on Facebook. So I'll send you the link. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to try to do early tomorrow. I kind of like doing earlies for Sundays. Even though I don't drink coffee, it very much gives me the vibes of like coffee and crackers, early morning, before the kids are walling out. Those type of vibes. I don't know if I could promise that because this is about to be a long night, part 3 in a row. But I'm going to try. So I love y'all. Again, endings, man. They're the death of me. But I love y'all. Fuck with y'all the longest way. Again, please hit that like button. And I will see you guys mañana. Si Dios quiere. You heard? Si Dios quiere.